Hey everybody, so here I am, new video, really sunny day, so I'm hoping that that doesn't interfere with the lighting on the recording. I was a bit stuck for what I was gonna do for this video, and then I got a comment on my last video from one of my most favorite people in the whole world. And she said, look, I love the smoky eye look. I've learned a lot, but can you do a black smoky eye and a smoky eye using other colors? So I'll reserve the black smoky eye for later on. I'll definitely do it. But today we're going to do a smoky eye using bright neon colors, which is going to be fun. So as you can see, I've already done my skincare. I've mapped up my eyebrows and I've put on eye primer. So I'm just going to pause for a couple of minutes till I go and get what I need to do the next step, and then we'll get stuck into it. Okay, so last time I did a smoky eye look, I remember that I said I would show you two techniques to do this. Today I'm going to show you the second technique. I've kind of had a lot more success with my eye looks with this technique lately, so I think this is going to be my go-to one. There's nothing wrong with the other technique, it's just what gives you the best results and what you prefer to do. So the next step that I usually do in my smoky eye routine is I usually put down a dark eye base for the reflective metallic shimmery colours that I put on my lid. You can buy a dark black or even coloured eye bases, but today I'm just going to use a little pot of gel eyeliner. And I'm just using a little a little round, it's first thing in the morning, I haven't had coffee yet, okay, so bear with me. A little round eyeshadow applicator brush. So I'm just gently dipping in because I don't want to overload my eye with product. So I'm just patting it onto the eyelid in the middle because I'm just going to blur it out a little bit, because I found early on that if you apply this product too thickly, it kind of doesn't allow the eyeshadow to adhere evenly. Like it's really sticky in some areas and not in other areas, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to start pulling it across my eyelid along the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to start kind of blending it out towards the crease in my eyelid. I try not to take it too far up over the crease. You do need to a little bit, just so that when you place your dark shade in the crease that they kind of blur together. So we just need to extend it a little bit into and over the crease, but not too far. And I always try to make a nice eye shape too at this stage, so that later on we don't have to do it with the eyeshadow. Okay, so that lid's all prepped. So we're just going to dip in gently to our gel eyeliner and start applying to the other eyelid. So just from the middle out towards the inner corner, which is this side, and the outer corner, which is that side. So I'm just pulling across the lash line again. And I'm just pulling the product up towards the crease or the socket line or whatever you'd like to call it, and just making sure that I've got a nice shape for where I'm going to lay down my metallic shimmer shade in a minute. Let's have a little look. Okay, this one needs to come up just a little further. And I'm just going to blur this one a little bit because I've just seen that it needs to just have a little bit of help. And this one needs to come up a little on this side because it's not balanced. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, sorry about that. I just realised that the camera lens was a little bit dirty. I really should have done that when I paused, shouldn't I? Anyway, moving on. So I'm just going to go and grab some brushes and my eyeshadow palette, and we're going to do shimmer shades in a minute. Okay everyone, we're back. I've just got a flat eyeshadow brush here, kind of a little bit fluffy, because I find that the metallic shades just go on really nicely if your brush is quite soft instead of quite firm. I'm actually going to use like a metallic gunmetal grey over the top of that black, because I've not used that shade before, and I think it's going to be a really good contrast between the brighter colours that we're going to use later on. That light is actually really, really bright, isn't it? I think the next time I pause, I might close the kitchen blind just a little bit. It's just like right into the corner of my eye. Anyway, so I'm just rubbing my brush over the pan. As you can see, I've got my amazing gunmetal grey, and I'm just patting. If you've watched my videos before, I like to do things in threes. So this will be my first layer. So I'm just patting the eyeshadow over that eye base or the gel eyeliner that we've just placed on the lid. And you can see that metallic shimmer. Now we're just going to do the other eye. Yeah, that light is crazy, isn't it? Anyway, never mind. Okay, so we've got our first layer of shadow. Just rubbing over the pan again. This time I'm just doing what I did before with the eye base. I'm applying in the middle and pulling the product out towards the edges. I kind of like to do this because then it makes sure that the concentration of your product is in the middle, and then it softens as you get towards the edge. So starting in the middle, I'm just rubbing it back and forth across, taking it into those corners. Alright, so we're starting to look a bit shimmery now. Now this is going to be my power application. I don't know. I just thought of it then. Moving on. So we're going to flatten the brush on the lid and pull down, because we want a absolutely blinding amount of shimmer in that middle. So flat against the lid and pull down, and then we're just blending into the edges. Okay, so that's our first eyeshadow shade on. That's our shimmer shade. In a minute we're going to do our deep shade for the crease, and I definitely need to go and deal with that blind, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay everyone, so what we're going to do now is we're going to place our next 3 blending shades. I've got an assortment of blending brushes here. Actually, we'll put that one in the middle because we'll use this smaller one first, and then as you've noticed, they get bigger going along. So let's see what we can do. I've dealt with that blind, so I hope you can still see everything. Now, oh God, I'm trashing the joint. We've placed our gunmetal grey. I think our next progression of colour will be, it's going to be a dark purple colour, because usually you place your darkest colour in the crease and then they get lighter from then on. Look at that. That little light beam that comes up. That's a bit cute, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. Distracted. Look, something shining. That's me. Okay, so we've got our amazing purple colour, and again, just patting, but this time I'm patting it above the metallic into that eye socket or into the eye crease. And as I get down here, I just kind of make a little V shape so that I have the continuity of colour down onto my lower lid, because I will place these blending colours underneath there later on. Okay, so other eye. I'm not tapping off at this point because I want a heavy concentration of colour in that crease, because later on when I add the blending colours above it, sometimes you can lose that crease shade. I sometimes go in and will apply a tiny bit more later on, but you don't have to. That's just my personal choice. Okay, so that's our first layer. Again, I'm just patting in our colour, which is an amazing purple colour, which I hope you can see, because let me tell you, it's banging. Okay, so let's put it in here again. That looks pretty good to me. Now, with the last layer of this colour, oh hi, boo-boo, I'm just gonna like pat into the pan like that. And I'm going to run it along where we've put that colour previously, but then when I do my last pass, I'm just gently rubbing it into the crease, and I'm holding the brush down at the opposite end so I'm not putting too much pressure. Okay, so we're just going to pat in like that, and then we're just going to rub across that shadow, and I'm happy with that. Now we'll just pop that brush down there. Now, I don't know whether I'll use this brush. Might use this one. So now we're going to place our second colour, and then we're going to blend the two. Now what I'm going to do with this colour is I'm going to put this really hot pink neon above the purple. As I said before, you usually go dark, medium, and then you do your blending or your transition or your lightest colour. But anyone who has seen my makeup looks before knows that I like to push the envelope a bit. So let's do it. So I've got this amazing, highly pigmented pink colour, which I love. So I'm just going to place it above and just slightly overlapping that last colour, the purple. And I'm just going to keep going around that shape. Remember I said before we need to create an eye shape? Well, this is why. Because it kind of gives you your guide for later on, for the other colours that you place after that very first one. Yeah, that's really nice. So again, I'm just going above and slightly overlapping the purple. Just helps to soften the harsh lines between the two colours, because we don't want harsh lines anywhere. We want softness, we want velvety, we want satiny, and we want blended. Blending is everything. Okay, so I'm just placing my third layer, and I'm just rubbing across the product again and just slightly on top of that purple, because I want to blur that demarcation line between the two colours and have them blend together. Now if you like, you can go back in and with a tiny bit of the previous colour, which is that purple, I'll just show you that now. I'm not going to put any more product on the brush, but I'm going to tap off the excess, and you can just run it along that first colour, just so you don't lose the colour, and it actually does help to blend the two a little bit. And then I've just gone back in with my other brush that I've placed the pink with, and see how it just kind of blurs together, like there's no harsh sharp line between the two. That's what we want. Now I'm just going to do the other eye. God, I love this pink colour, it's amazing. It reminds me of those neon socks that everyone used to wear in the 1980s. Does anyone remember that? They were all like those highlighter colours, you know, like that yellowy green and stuff like that. Everyone was wearing them. Okay, so we've got our first layer. Second layer of pink shadows going in now. And last layer. I thought my phone was ringing there. That was weird. Okay, so I'm just rubbing the colour in. You can particularly see there how that line's starting to get softer and not as noticeable. And just for the purposes of the video, I'll just go back in with that purple again like I did on the other eye. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now, we're going to do our blending transition lighter shade. I usually find that for this shade, it's really nice to use like a nude or a neutral that's close to the colour profile that you're using. But in this palette, because it's a neon palette, there aren't any neutral colours. So I'm actually just going to go in with a light pink, I think. Now this is my fluffiest brush. Your fluffiest brush is going to be your best blending friend. Let me tell you, this little brush here was really cheap, just in a cheapo set at Kmart. And let me tell you, it's one of the best blending brushes I've ever used. This little thing goes hard, I can tell you. Like, it will blend until the cows come home. So this time I'm just dotting again, and this time I'm tapping because I don't want to load up a whole heap of product. I just want to blend. So instead of patting the product on this time, I'm actually making circles. You know how when you're at the dentist and they're teaching you how to brush your teeth when you're a kid, and they're like, make big circles? Well, that's what I'm doing. And I'm holding again at the end of the brush so that I don't apply too much pressure. So I'm just gently making circles along the edge of that last colour that I placed, that neon pink. And I'm just making sure that the blending is soft and that there are no harsh edges. As you can see, it's starting to blend up to my eyebrow line. That's what I want. So just tap off the excess. I'm just going to put the brush against the corner of my eye and just gently circle it until it meets up with the shadow at the top. Now I'm just going to rub it across a little bit, but not like dip into the product again, because I don't want to add more. I just want to soften and blend, and I'm just continuing that curved shape around the corner. You know what? I'm happy with that. So we're going to go ahead and do the other eye now. So just put your brush right into that inner corner and just circle it. Actually, you can see really well there. I'm just going to try and come a little closer. As you can see, I'm just circling until everything starts to look really soft and muted. Now just grab a little bit more product, just gentle amounts of product this time, because we don't want to create a whole heap of other product that we're going to have to blend again. Just to the edge of my eyebrow line there. And now corner of the eye. And I'm just circling until it meets up with that edge at the top and the corner. And we just continue it on so that they look like they belong in the same look. They don't look like they've been thrown together and they don't belong there. Now I'm just rubbing across, again, not adding extra product. And it doesn't matter if colour goes all over here, because as you can see, I've still got foundation and everything to do. So once you finished your eye look and you put your foundation on, and that won't be there anymore. So we're just going to rub across like this, just to soften everything, not adding a whole heap of product. You know what? I'm really happy with that. So basically what I would do now to finish off the eye look would be, like after I do my face and, you know, blush and all of that, I would probably put some glitter just on the eyelid there, because as you know, I cannot have makeup without glitter. Like, it is an addiction. It is. And so then I would do like eyeliner and lashes, and then I would continue the colours under this area here when I was finishing off. Like, I would probably put a coloured eyeliner in the waterline, and then I would continue my colours. So I would do the purple, and then I would blend under here with the pinks. But that's the colourful smoky eye look. I will do another one with black. After I finish this eye series, I'm going to do random eye looks. So there'll be a lot of different things that you'll see. But if there's something that you want me to do again, or that you want to see that I haven't done, drop me a comment. I'll figure that into the next video, or hello, cats are trying to get in the video now, or into like a subsequent video. Now, on an unrelated topic, just for the people that are watching this that are not on my Facebook, we are 6 days out from a Maze Box release. A Maze Box is kind of like Lime Life's mystery box, and it's a really good budget way to try a few things at one time. I'll be taking pre-orders for a Maze Box up until the 5th, so that means that you don't have to pay for shipping, because I'll do a bulk order and then I'll get your Amaze Box to you. I need all pre-orders by close of business on the 5th of August. So if you want an Amaze Box and you want me to put you on my waiting list, please either drop a comment below and I'll get in touch with you, or email me, because stocks are really limited and you do not want to miss out, because you'll have to wait till next month. So get in early, get in touch with me and say, Marilee, just put me on your Amaze Box waiting list, and I'll be like, okay, beautiful, and then I'll get in touch with you, repayment and etc. and etc. So that's it from me today. I hope you liked this look. If you want me to post a photo of the finished look, just let me know in the comments, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. And if you're on my Facebook, I'll see you later on today in the Lime Life posts.